our second question is from a listener named Roxy, and she says and asks, how does your book help someone who is at their ends with their illness or chronic pain?
Roxy, thank you for submitting that question.
It's a great question, especially
It's
since we were just talking about the book signing. Yeah.
it's a great question, and there's so many follow-up questions that I have to
Mm-hmm.
that question. But I think first the place to start is that we're talking about empathy, and we know that's a hard question to ask. It's we don't know if it's for you. We don't know if it's someone that that's going through something that, let's say that it is terminal, like that. That is so challenging.
Mm-hmm.
I have the honor to work with a few people that do have what would be called terminal conditions, that they're really outliers because they're still crushing it,
Yeah.
and they're still here. And I think of one of my aunts that was put on hospice and ended up living another year after being put on hospice. And it's a difficult question. So let's say that it is a terminal illness, there's no solution for it that we know of right now, and that you're given this sentence of you have 2 months to live or you have 4 months to live. What do we do at that point, and how does the book help with that? Well, it comes with a framework, and knowing that hope does not disappoint,
Mm-hmm.
and that physically you may pass, you're leaving a legacy behind, and it's hard to be okay with passing. But I think when we start to understand the other side of it, we can become a bit more comfortable
Mm-hmm.
in it. That you're not dying, right? Physically, yes, you are not in this anymore. But there is a kingdom that is waiting for you. And so as you get closer to that, it can be scary, but get ready to celebrate that.
Mm-hmm.
Get your estate, get your affairs in order, soak in these meaningful moments. And there's this interesting article that they looked at people in nursing homes, and they asked them, what would you have done differently? And one of the main things they said, I wouldn't have taken myself as seriously. I would have given myself more time for the things I enjoy. I would have spent more time with family and friends. That becomes so real
Mm-hmm.
when you're given, have about a year to live. And I think we can take that and go, wow, if I don't have a terminal illness that I'm diagnosed with, why can't I start doing that now?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why can't we do that now, so that we get to that point and we go, I love when people pass from or pass, and they're just happy.
Mm-hmm. It's peace.
It's peace.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I lived a great life. I did what I was supposed to do. I met amazing people, had an incredible family. There's things that I could change, but can't change. Like I'm good with it, and that's so special.
Mm-hmm.
It's so special to be able to celebrate that. And for loved ones, we're allowed to miss people when they're physically gone,
Mm-hmm.
but know that they're always with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that helps a bit for that side. On the other side of it, we've worked with a lot of people with chronic pain that think that it's the end. I'm stuck with this thing. And to that, again, we go back into the framework. No, you're not. The brain is it's based about neuroplasticity. We can change how your brain is functioning. We can change how you're interacting with your environment. We have some control over these things, that it's not the end, and we can show you that it's really just the beginning. And that's where, hope not nope, but that's why in the book we talk a little bit about nope before we dive further into the framework of hope. Because when we have the understanding of what the nope is doing for us and what it's teaching us, and that this adversity that we're facing is meant to sculpt us and to form us and to help improve us eventually, then we start to fully recognize hope once we achieve it. Because hope, it's a byproduct of adversity and suffering. You know, you experience the most amount of hope after experiencing the most amount of nope.
Mm-hmm.
To know that if it is one of these types of things where you've been given this label that's not necessarily terminal, that change,
Mm-hmm.
or you can change that interaction with that label.
Yeah. I think of when we first met. Actually, two things. They're connected, but we were watching Jason Kelsey's movie the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and he mentioned, the greatest gift you can give someone is to believe in that person. And I just smiled because the first time we met, you believed in me in a way that I didn't think was possible because I'd suffered for close to 10 years in chronic pain. And you've blessed me with this hope not know methodology that I've been able to take and fly because of it. And I'm so thankful for that. And I think of, whether the person, like you gave these two beautiful examples, regardless, this person's at their ends with their illness, with their chronic pain, um, whatever that may be, this methodology can still help you to fly,
Yeah.
and I think that I have so much peace, and I say that with confidence. I don't think I say that with bias. I say it with confidence because it impacted me greatly, and I know it will impact other people greatly as well. And so if you haven't read the book, go read the book. If you haven't read the book and you don't like reading, go listen to the book because it I'm assuming you like listening to things because you're listening to the podcast right now. And so you can go listen to Dillon do the audiobook and it's great because it's his voice the whole time. So it just feels like you're chatting with Dillon. But truly the methodology is really great and the framework is really great. And I hope that more people can be inspired by it because I think the book, handing it to someone and someone receiving it, it's really us giving it to that person saying, "We believe in you. Like you are already healed. You are already well. This might just help you a little bit more so that you can believe it for yourself." And I think that like that's our desire.
Yeah, and that's why at the end of each chapter we put the chapter practices and chapter reflections in it.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason is we could have not done that. We could have kept those and said, yeah, we have a framework
Mm-hmm.
for you, but you have to call us and we have to do an appointment for you to be able to reflect and to practice and to use these things. And we put it in there because we believe
Mm-hmm.
in you. And we believe that once you read it and once you reflect, that it will significantly help you.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're still stuck, we are there
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
to help you at that point. But we really believe in you and in the framework. And that's why we're allowing you to use it.